Hello, welcome to For the Love of Drones. I'm Mr. Bojack, and as you guys been knowing, I'm giving away a Spry+ semi contest. Contest ends April 20th at 11:59. But just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the Spry+. A lot of you guys, you look to get a drone and you want to get up maybe 300 feet and see how far to go. Well, the Spry+ is, to me, is not really made for that. It's for low flying, low catching low scenery above the water. I've done a series of range tests with it. Now in the country, with my 14 dB antennas, I've got 1.6 kilometers with it. But the video wasn't all that great. So I'm not going to sugarcoat that with you. So that's one reason why I didn't post it, because the video wasn't all that great. But when I fly low, say maybe 2-3 feet off the ground, I'm getting remarkable range. I flew upriver. I was at River Park. It's a city park in the north side of Chicago. I was flying upriver, and to be real honest, at like 350 meters out up the river, I still had like 100% signal. It was just a little bit, how can I put it? Like a lot of branches were hanging everywhere, because I did clip a branch and I was able to pull it up out of there and bring it back down the river. But other than that, the Spry handled really good. So I'm going to tell you a few things about the Spry that you should know. Anytime you take this drone and you go more than 100 meters from where you're at, it's best to calibrate it. It's not a long range flying drone, because like I said, out in the country, I did get like 1.6 kilometers. And I was asked today, was there a geofence on the Spry? No, there's no geofence on the Spry+. So basically, if you can get antennas to go out further as you can get, hey, it's going to do it. So like I said, I was taking a few shots today, and I really kind of enjoyed my flight with it today, because I actually got out, like real talk, like 350 meters up the river, nice cinematic footage, took footage very well. If you're not an FPV pilot, one thing that I do like about the Spry+, if you're not an FPV pilot, you can put this thing in GPS and it'll fly. You'll think you were Johnny FPV. That's just how nice the footage is, you know, for low flying. Things that you should know. It's recommended, like, if the wind is more than 10 miles per second, you shouldn't fly the Spry. It holds the wind well, but unlike with it being a digital stabilized gimbal on here, so if the wind is pushing it, it tilts in a direction, which it'll hold its spot, but it'll tilt in that direction. The thing about the Spry that I really is the return to home feature. You can actually, it'll return like smack dab on the money. I mean, not like your DJI that's gonna land flat on the mat. No, it's not gonna do that. I mean, but as far as getting you home to a safe where you can take over flight of the drone, you don't really too much have to worry about that. Now, inside of the drone, there's a pretty nice GPS in here. It locks on really well. they say 14 to 15 satellites is good, but I usually take off at about 10, and I have no problem with it. I really think that they should go with 40 amp ESCs, but they do have 30 amp ESCs in here. So it got that oomph, but I think it can have a little bit more kick to it. Also with the Spry, the digitalized, stabilized camera. I went inside of it and I seen a few things that I think Swellpro can make a few touches on, like to stabilize the camera a little bit more. I think if they placed a few cushions under the bottom of the camera a little bit so that when it's vibrating, you don't get that jerkiness. What else about the Spry? Also, the antennas, they're in the arms of it. They're like right up in here. So maybe Swellpro, I'm gonna do a mod on one. So I'm gonna drill a couple of holes right here, inside of here. And I'm gonna show you guys the mod that I'm gonna do. And since the antennas are in here, I'm gonna get a couple of these teals and I'm going to bring the antennas out to see if I can just get a little bit more better range. Also too, I noticed you guys probably noticed the little silver piece. This is the fishing lure release. It works superb. I mean, it works superb. I tried it with some 8-pound test fishing line, and it actually held the line pretty good. It's not like an automatic release, so basically once you get to where you are, you basically stop, lock your line, and then once you notice where you want to drop it, then you tighten the line and it'll pull and it'll release and drop it in that location where you want it. Or you can just even just lower it down and just bring the line just flat into the water. That's the luxuries of this drone. There's so many nice things that I've really enjoyed these 3 weeks with this drone. I mean, I've actually pushed it to the limit. I've dunked it underwater. As you guys see, I've dived in the water. I mean, come from maybe 60, 70 feet in the air and just with a smooth dive, just dived in the water, and it took on very, very well. Also, I like the 2 blades. These are the 2-bladed propellers right here. These are the propellers that come with the Spry. Now, don't get me wrong, they're great. They're great, especially if you want to maneuver really well. They're really good. But I like using these. These are the 60-45 6 inches, and they're 3-blade. And they're just dynamically perfect for the Spry Plus. I mean, I've got some really nice stable video with these propellers. So, you know, just a few things that you should know about. Basically on the inside of it, I mean, it's pretty simple. You can actually, like I was telling you in a few other videos, you can fix it yourself. Now, as far as working on a few things, yeah, Swellpro is going to have to work on a few things, but I have no complaints so far. So far, I mean, the footage that I want, you know, this is my over the water low shot. I mean, you can slow this down, you can speed it up. I mean, so you can just get really, really, really nice slow cinematic shots, especially if you want to fly over water and you want to go into like some of the places that I went into with it today. So, you know, the Spry is really, really, to me, the Spry Plus is holding this ground. So, you know, I don't really know too much about the first Spry. All I know is I seen the reviews, and if you guys did the complaining, evidently Swellpro listened to it. So, you know, I really, like I said, I told you what I do think is bad. And then a lot of people figure that when they buy this drone that it's for going up 200-300 feet and getting that shot like that. This is not that drone. You know, this is not what you use it for. You know, this is more for, it's more like an action camera. That's the best way to put it. It's more like an action camera. You get really, really nice action shots. You can get down low, and as you see, I'm just gonna do a little short shot with me going up the river. Let you guys see how it did. I did clip a tree, and I got a little discombobulated up in there, but as far as it falling and getting trapped, and no, it didn't do that. Actually, I was able to get it out and maneuver it around the ducks and get it back down the river. But I mean, for me to be 2 feet off the river, 2 feet off the water, 350 meters out, down river, with perfect, I mean, when I say with perfect signal, you guys will see I have perfect signal. So, you know, it did hold its own. So now, you know, I do want to give one away. So I'm going to be scanning for a winner, and I say I'm going to announce the winner on April 22nd. The contest ends at 11:59 on April 20th. I have a few shirts that I'm going to give away, and I haven't forgot the ones that I did promise a shirt to. So you guys will be receiving your shirts, and I'm hoping that you really enjoying my videos, because this drone, if you read the instruction manual and you follow the steps that Swellpro gives you for the drone, you shouldn't have too many problems. You know, the camera is magnificent, especially for low fast shots. You want to get close, you want to be like close to the water, you want to get that dramatic upstream shot. You can do it with this. You want to dive and play around, take your kids out, and you want to go to the lake and you just want to play around and you want to get your shots, you can use this for that. You're out on your speedboat, you want to chase the boat. The follow me, now with the follow me function, there are no sensors on here. So with there being no sensors, I do recommend that if you do use the follow me feature, that you be in an open space and at least take it maybe 30-40 feet in the air where you're above the tree line, because it doesn't have obstacle avoidance, so it can avoid running into nothing. For you FPV pilots, I do have good news. They have put your own FPV remote together. So if you do decide to buy the Swellpro, you can actually order it already coming straight from the factory, where you don't have to get on the computer and take a chance on messing it up. It automatically comes with Acro already in it. The controller doesn't have a spring in it, but you're still able to do all the functions. You're still able to do the follow me. You're still able to do the waypoints. You're still, only thing when you do it is just you have to center your stick. Once you center your stick, all the other functions work. Now, as far as flight time with the Swellpro Spry, I've been getting 12 to 14 minutes. They say 17 minutes, but I haven't been getting that 17 minutes. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you're going to get 17 minutes. No, I don't think so. You're going to be, I bring mine in when it says low battery. So when it says low battery, that usually happen around 11 and a half, 12 minutes. back to the return to home function. The return to home function is magnificent. It automatically lifts itself up to 45 meters, 45 to 60 meters. And it actually, the GPS and it actually brings it like really like to the safety of you, where you can actually take control of the drone, get it home safely. So, you know, it's been a real pleasure flying this drone. I'm going to do a few more tutorials on the Spry. You know, I open one up, so I'm going to show you, like, if you do happen to crash it and you have to fix it. I'm going to take you inside of one. I'm going to show you how to remove the ESCs. I'm going to show you how to solder on new ESCs. I'm going to show you how to replace the motors. You know, because like I said, it's a quad, it's a piece of equipment. Things happen, things break. Sometimes you have to fix it. Sometimes you know how, sometimes you don't. So with the Spry, 9 times out of 10, if something breaks on here, you can fix it. Real talk. I mean, not trying to exaggerate. If you got a steady hand and you can solder a little bit, then you can fix this drone. So, you know, once you're working with this drone, you know, you can actually come out really good with flying this drone. I think you would have a really nice experience flying it. I've been loving this drone for the last 4 weeks of flying this drone. I'm in love with it. Real talk. Things that I do with this drone, I would never do with my Family 4. I would never do it with my Mavic. I would never do it with my Spark. I wouldn't even dare dream about doing it with my Bebop. So, you know, I'm actually loving this drone. I hope you will feel the same way I do about it. And also to you other dealers, if you have the heart to send it to me, I will fly it and I will give an honest opinion about it. And so far, my honest opinion, if I had to give the Spry a star rating, and I hate to give it a bad rating, but I would have to give it a 4.5. And the only reason why I would give it a 4.5 is because I think that with the knowledge that Swellpro has, that they have the capability of adjusting this camera and getting this camera to where it's A1. I also think that with the knowledge that Swellpro has, I think that they have the capability of getting better range out of this drone. You know, a lot of GPS pilots, they want range. They want it to go 6 kilometers. They want it to keep up with the big boys. They want to fly far. So I know this video is getting long, and I know you're probably not going to watch it this long, but you know, if you want a nice drone and you want to get some low shots and you want to chase your speedboat and you're not an FPV pilot, but you want to fly like an FPV pilot, this is perfect for you. This will actually teach you how to fly acro. This will teach you how to keep your low balance flying so you can get that low cinematic shot. This is just a alright drone. You can't complain about it. Well, I can't. So I know, like I said, I know this video is kind of long. I hope you enjoy my footage. You guys be safe. You know, distance yourself during this corona time. Be safe again, as I say. You just be safe. So you guys have a blessed day. I thank you for watching. I'm Mr. Bojack. This is the Swellpro Spry, and this is for the love of drones. Good night.